So good morning, everyone, and good morning to Swati, Deepak, Vahini, Tejasvi, and all. Good morning, Santosh. Good morning, Vijay. Okay. Good morning, Shruti. Good morning, Veronica. So good morning, everyone. Now let's start the class. So how was your test yesterday? It was easy, medium, or difficult? How was the test? Medium. Okay. So is there anyone who can score full marks in the mathematics? Is there anyone who has done completely correct in math? It's not difficult task. You can do it. And yes, after the test, you have to do two things. Okay, you enjoyed it. That's nice. After the test, everyone has to do two things. Please keep remember this thing. The first one is analyze the mistakes, whatever you made in the test. Analyze properly the mistakes, whatever you have made in the test, so that from the next test these mistakes cannot be repeated. Okay, so always analyze your performance after the test yourself. The second thing is that if there is any doubt in the question, then you can ask that questions from me in the next class after the test. Okay, so these two things you can do. Okay, so now let's start. We were doing what? Inequality by Wavy curve method. Now, just remember some main important points in the Wavy curve method, what I told you in the previous classes. The first one was, I told you to not to do the cross multiplication. The cross multiplication can be done only when the function to be cross multiplied is always positive. Okay, the next thing. The next thing I told you, remember, I told you that if discriminant is negative for any quadratic, if for any quadratic the discriminant is negative, then remember that quadratic is always positive. And the next thing, what I told you in the inequality by Wavy curve, if any factor is always positive, then you can remove that factor from the inequality. Do you remember all these things? Yes, Deepak, correct. Square root is always positive. That was the precaution. Okay, so these were the precautions. But while solving the Wavy curve method, I told you some new things apart from the precautions. Remember, if discriminant is negative for any quadratic, then that quadratic is always positive. I hope you all remember this thing. And the second was, if any factor is always positive, then you can remove that factor from the inequality. It will not affect the final answer. These were the important points which were discussed in the inequality by Wavy curve method. Now, today I am going to give you a new concept. As I told you in the previous class, that today I am going to give you a new concept regarding inequality by Wavy curve method. This new concept will be provided to you by a question. So let's take an example. This example, I will solve this example. You have not to solve this example. You just see the example and you just think about it for 1 minute. And after that, I will solve this example and I will give you some new concepts related to this. Okay. See. For example, you have to solve an inequality x minus 1 to the power 4 into x plus 1 to the power 5 into x minus 2 to the power 7 divided by x plus 3 to the power 6, and let's take one more, x plus 5 whole to the power suppose 17, and this is greater or equal to 0. Also, you solve this inequality for less or equal to 0. Okay, so everyone, first of all, you just please read the question. You just think about it for 1 minute, and then after I will solve this question and I will give you a new concept related to this. Read everyone carefully and try to get the difference between this question and the previous questions which you have done in the previous classes. Try to get the difference between this question and the previous questions. Read the question carefully. Okay, so let's start. So focus everyone. Very important concept I am going to give you regarding the wavy curve method. So first of all, can you identify the difference between this question and the previous questions which you solved in the previous classes? Can anyone find out the difference? What is the difference between this question and the previous questions which you solved in the previous classes? Yeah, the difference is, see everyone, difference is here powers of linear factors are present. Yes, powers are high. Very good, Hano. Exactly, this is the difference. Here, what is the difference? Powers of the linear factor are present. But in the previous questions which you have done in the previous classes, there were only linear factors. There were no powers of the linear factors. For example, in the previous classes, you have done questions like this: x minus 1 into x plus 1 into x minus 2 upon x plus 3, etc. Such type of questions have been done by you in the previous classes. The only difference between the previous question and this question is here powers are present to each linear factor. This is the difference. Okay, so if powers are present here, if this is the difference, then what will be the difference in the solving process of the question? Okay, so let's see. We will start our process one by one. Whatever steps we have studied in the previous classes. Remember, the first step was make RHS 0. Yes, already done. Second step was factorize the LHS into linear factors. So yes, see, the LHS is already has been factorized into linear factors, although these are powers of the linear factors, but yes, effectively these are linear factors. Okay, then next, so we move to the third step. Third step was make coefficient of x positive in each factor. So that has already been done again, because coefficient of x is positive in each factor. Move to the next step. Next step is equate each factor to 0 to get the critical point. So let's equate each factor. If I equate this to 0, I will get 1. If I equate this to 0, I will get -1. By this, I will get 2. From here, -3. And from here, -5. The next step is mark all the critical points on the number line and then draw the wavy curve. So let's mark all the critical points on the number line. Smallest is -5, then -3, then -1, then 1, and then 2. Now, lastly, we have to draw the wavy curve. See, till now, till the step number 4, there is no difference between the previous questions and this question. Yes, everyone, are you getting my point? See, till the step number 4, there is no difference between the previous questions and this question. You can observe the first step RHS 0, second step linear factor factorize, third step coefficient of x positive, fourth step equate each factor to 0 to get the critical point and mark all the critical points on the number line. All things are same as these were in the previous questions. Okay, so now the only difference between the previous questions and this question is in drawing the wavy curve. While drawing the wavy curve will be different from the previous questions. Okay, so what is the effect of powers of linear factor? In the previous questions, there were no powers. So what we did was we directly draw the wavy curve, making waves at each point. But here, this question is different from the previous questions. Here, powers of linear factors are present. So let's see what difference will come in the wavy curve. Okay, because of these powers, the wavy curve will be different from the previous questions. So let's see how these powers will affect the nature of wavy curve. So for this, I need a rough space here. Okay, so see, this is the rough calculation for your better understanding. Okay. Now everyone please focus. I'm going to give you a concept. See, suppose if any inequality, there is a factor of x minus 2. And yes, obviously the other factors are present. I am not considering the other factors. But suppose in any inequality, a factor of x minus 2 is present. Then what you did previously? You equated this to 0 and you got the critical point as 2. Then what you did? Then you draw a number line and mark this critical point on the number line. I'm not considering the other factors. I am just considering only this x minus 2. So please focus. What you did previously is you equated this factor to 0 and you got the critical point. So the critical point is 2. You mark this critical point on the number line. And after that, what you did? After that, you draw a wavy curve like this. See everyone, please. After this, you draw the wavy curve like this. At 2, the wavy curve cuts the number line and changes its sign. Everyone focus here. At 2, the wavy curve cuts the number line and changes its sign. How it is changing its sign? See, it is changing its sign from positive to negative at 2. You can check from here also. Okay, listen carefully. I am giving you the concept. If x is greater than 2, see here, if x is greater than 2, then I will say x minus 2 is positive. Yes. If, see, listen again, if x is greater than 2, for example 3, 4, 5, etc., then I can say this x minus 2 is positive. If x minus 2 is positive, then the wavy curve will lie above the number line. See here, if x minus 2 is positive, then wavy curve will lie above the number line. So if x is greater than 2, then x minus 2 is positive, and if it is positive, then the wavy curve will lie above the number line. At x equal to 2, it is becoming 0. At x equal to 2, it is becoming 0. If x is smaller than 2, then this x minus 2 will be negative. So see here, if x is smaller than 2, then x minus 2 is negative, and hence the wavy curve goes below the number line. So what is happening about this point x equal to 2? About this point x equal to 2, this factor x minus 2 is changing its sign. You can check. See here. About this point x equal to 2, this x minus 2 is changing its sign. That's why while drawing the wavy curve cuts the number line and it also changes its sign. I hope up to this point it is clear to you. Now suppose if in any question x minus 2 instead of x minus 2, x minus 2 whole square is present. Okay, instead of x minus 2, x minus 2 whole square is present. Okay, so now let's see what we do. If I equate this factor to 0, then again I will get the critical point at 2. Again mark this critical point on the number line. So it is 2. Now let's draw the wavy curve. So see how I am drawing the wavy curve. Everyone please focus here and listen my statement. If x is greater than 2, then x minus 2 is positive. Positive whole square is positive. So for x greater than 2, this x minus 2 whole square is positive. So the wavy curve will be above the number line. At x equal to 2, this factor is becoming 0. At x equal to 2, this x minus 2 will become 0. So that's why at x equal to 2, this x minus 2 is becoming 0. So that's why the wavy curve will touch this number line, because as at x equal to 2, this x minus 2 whole square is becoming 0. Now listen, if x is smaller than 2, then this x minus 2 is negative, but whole square of a negative number again becomes positive. Yes, if x is smaller than 2, then yes, x minus 2 is negative, but it is whole square of a negative number, so it will again become positive. So if x is smaller than 2, then also x minus 2 whole square is positive. That's why the wavy curve will not go below the number line. It will come back to the upper portion of the number line. It will come above the number line, come back again above the number line. Like this. See the wavy curve. What difference came because of this power of x minus 2 in the wavy curve? Please observe. See, since x minus 2 whole square is always positive, about the point x equal to 2, x minus 2 whole square is not changing its sign. Even if x is greater than 2, it is positive. Even if x is less than 2, it is also positive. So that's why about this point x equal to 2, this x minus 2 whole square will not change its sign. That's why wavy curve will also not change its sign. Yes, it will only touch the number line. So how to draw the wavy curve for x minus 2 whole square? I will draw the wavy curve which will touch the number line at x equal to 2, and it will not change its sign. It will come back again to the above portion of the number line, because about the point x equal to 2, this x minus 2 whole square is not changing its sign. Is it clear to everyone? Please tell me. For x minus 2, it is changing its sign about x equal to 2. That's why I draw the wavy curve like this. The wavy curve cut the number line and goes below the number line. But if there is x minus 2 whole square, then it is always positive. It is not changing its sign about the point x equal to 2. So it will come back again to the above side of the number line. It will not change its sign. Is it clear till now? Okay, now very good. Everyone, please respond. If there is any doubt, then you can ask me. Although I am explaining very slowly so that you can understand all the concepts properly. Still, if you don't understand any concept, then you can ask me. Okay, very nice. So now see everyone. Very good, very good. Okay, now so let's again focus here. The same thing will happen if the power of x minus 2 is odd. Suppose the power of x minus 2 is 3. Then again about the point x equal to 2, this expression will change its sign. For x greater than 2, it will be positive. For x less than 2, it will be negative. Cube of a negative will be negative. So about x equal to 2, it will change its sign. So while drawing the wavy curve will cut the number line in, and it will go below the number line. So I can generalize it that for all odd powers, remember, for all odd powers, the expression will change its sign, and hence while drawing the wavy curve will cut the number line and it will also change its sign. And see here, for all even powers, for example x minus 2 to the power 4 and other higher even powers, it is always positive. About x equal to 2, the sign of the expression will not change, and hence the wavy curve will also not change its sign. It will come back to the above portion of the number line. Yes, it will only touch at x equal to 2 to the number line. It will only touch the number line at x equal to 2. So this is the concept, and I have generalized it. For even power, it will not change its sign. It will just touch and come back. For odd power, it will cut. Now come here. Now, while solving the questions like this, which have powers, what we do is we will analyze that which powers are even and which powers are odd. For example, at 1, the power is even. So tick mark at 1. Why I am tick marking it? Because since power of this x minus 1 is even, that's why we have decided right now that about the point x equal to 1, the wavy curve will not change its sign. It will only touch the number line. At x equal to minus 1, odd power, so yes, it will change its sign. Odd power, change its sign. Even power at minus 3, tick mark it. sign will not change, and hence the wavy curve will touch the number line at -3. So I tick marked those critical points where power is even. So only there are two critical points, 1 and -3, where power is even. So while drawing the wavy curve, we have to be careful that at both of these points, the wavy curve will also not change its sign. So keeping these things in mind, let's draw our wavy curve. Starting from the right side above portion. See everyone. And yes, see at each critical point. Look at the each critical point, whether the sign will change or not. At 2, yes, it will change. At 1, everyone focus here at 1. The sign will not change because x minus 1 has even power. So what we will do while drawing the wavy curve, the wavy curve will only touch the number line and again come back to the same side. It will not cross the number line. It will not change its sign about x equal to 1. Now -1, yes, it will change. So it will cut. At -3, again see, at -3, it will not change its sign. So it will touch and come back. At -5, yes, it will change. So this is the wavy curve. This is the concept about wavy curves. If linear factors has some powers, what will you do is just try to get those powers which are even, tick mark those, because at those points sign of wavy curve will not change. So till now the things are clear or not, tell me. After that I will write the solution. Okay, nice. If anyone has any doubt, he can ask. Otherwise I'm now going to write the answer. See, not only the wavy curve is tricky, but writing answer is more tricky. Okay, so I'm going to write the answer, everyone. First of all, I am going to write the answer of this inequality for greater or equal to 0. Everyone focus here. Don't write anything. Just listen and see on the whiteboard, because these are the conceptual things. If your attention is not proper here, then definitely you will not be able to understand the concept. See, so everyone please focus. Now I'm going to write the answer for the first. Rakesh, are you coming first time in the class? Okay. So see, I explained already that if you follow my steps, then since Rakesh is asking that why I have started wavy curve from right side. So see, although I told you previously that if I follow the steps, whatever I made you write, you have to draw the wavy curve always from the upper right portion. Now today, you can understand that why I am drawing the wavy curve from the upper right portion. You can check from this, see everyone. If x is greater than 2, everyone you can say, if x is greater than 2, then this x minus 2 will be positive. So that's why if x is greater than 2, that means rightmost side, then this x minus 2 will be positive. So I will start the wavy curve from the right upper portion. Okay, suppose if they in any question x minus 1 into x minus 2 and other factors are there, two critical points 1 and 2 are there, and if I am taking the numbers greater than 2, then if x is greater than 2, then this will be positive and this will be positive, all the things will be positive. So so on extreme right side all things will be positive. That's why I told you that start the wavy curve from upper right portion. Okay, so I hope this concept is clear to you, because rightmost portion is the largest number, so all the things will be positive. That's why wavy curve will start from the upper portion. That's why we always start our wavy curve from the upper right portion. Okay, okay, okay. So see everyone, please. Now I'm going to write the answer for the first case. What is the first case? The first case is this whole expression is greater or equal to 0. So please everyone focus. This is a conceptual thing. I have to write the answer for the first inequality greater or equal to 0. So you all know for greater or equal to 0, we'll take those regions where the wavy curve is lying above the number line. Yes, this. So I'm writing the answer for the first one. X belongs to -5 to -3. See everyone, -5 to -3. At -5, we will put open because -5 is making the denominator to 0 and denominator becoming 0 is not allowed. So we have not to take -5. That's why at -5 it is open. -3 again open because it is making again denominator to 0. So we have not to include it in the answer because the denominator becoming 0 is not allowed. So again we put open bracket. Union -3 to -1. -3 we have already decided open. At -1 we will put closed bracket because it is making numerator to 0. Union lastly 2 to infinity. Union 2 to infinity. At 2, again it is in the numerator, so we will put closed bracket, and at infinity always it is open. So till now the things are clear or not? Respond quickly. Till now the things are clear or not? Okay. Okay, good. Can you explain how to keep brackets? Vahini, I think you were present in the previous classes. So I explained already that how to keep brackets. Do you know about the meaning of open bracket and closed bracket? Vahini, please tell me. Do you know about the meaning of open bracket and closed bracket? Yes. Then what is the problem? See, -5 is making denominator to 0. But you know, denominator becoming 0 is not allowed. For example, 1 upon 0 is not defined. So I cannot take -5 in my answer. If I cannot take -5 in my answer, then I will put open bracket. Deepak, very good. Don't worry. I am coming to that point. And see, similarly, -3 is making denominator to 0. Denominator becoming 0 not allowed. I have not to take -3 in my answer. So again at -3, I am putting open bracket. At x equal to 2, the numerator is becoming 0. Numerator becoming 0 is allowed because 0 upon any number becomes 0. So the numerator becoming 0 is allowed. Equality is here since. So that's why we can take x equal to 2 in our answer, and that's why we put closed bracket at x equal to 2. In likewise, we put open or closed at other points. So I hope now I am clear to you, Vahini. Yes. Okay, so see everyone. Till now the things are okay. Previously, the questions which you solved, you gave answers like this, but this is a little different. Everyone, please focus here. The final answer is I am taking greater or equal to 0. So what I took is, I took this, greater or equal to, I took this. So yes, I considered greater. But remember, I have to include those points also where this whole expression is becoming 0. Not only we have to consider those reasons where this whole expression is positive, we have to consider those points also where this whole expression is becoming 0. So see, I took this region, and this region, but at this point x equal to 1, we have to check separately whether can I include this point x equal to 1 in my answer or not. Focus here. Because we missed this point x equal to 1, because we need to take those answers where it is greater or equal to 0. Yes, we took greater, but equal to 0 is also allowed. So that's why we have to consider all these points where this whole expression is becoming equal to 0. We have to consider all these points where this whole expression is becoming equal to 0, because we have to take those values of x also where this is becoming equal to 0. So let's check at x equal to 1. At x equal to 1, the numerator is becoming 0. The whole expression is becoming 0. and since the numerator is becoming 0, it is becoming 0, so we can take this one in our answer, because equality 0 we have also to take. So that's why union curly bracket 1 we have to put here. Why curly bracket? Because I am taking just one point. It is not an interval, it is just a point. So any single point or 2 points are represented by curly bracket. So I have to take one separately. Then one question arises in the mind that, sir, why you checked only at x equal to 1? Why you did not check at x equal to 2, x equal to -1, -3, -5? Listen, why I only checked at x equal to 1 and not at other points is, see, this -5, -3, -1, all these points have already been considered in this interval. In this interval, -5, -3 have been considered. In this interval, -3, -1 have been considered. In this interval, 2 has been considered. Only one is left, which has not been considered in any other intervals. That's why I considered it separately. And I found that yes, x equal to 1 can be taken because this is becoming 0 and becoming 0 is allowed. That's why in final answer I took this one as separate. Okay, is it clear or not? Very quickly tell me. Okay, very quickly tell me if there is any doubt, then immediately ask me. Okay, see, there is another way to write it. Everyone focus here. You need know all the concept. You need know to all the concept, because in IIT, even if you are getting the correct answer, the way of writing, the different ways of writing, you also must know, because in IIT they write the answer in different ways. So see, this can be written as, see here, this can be written as x belongs to -5 to -3, -3 to -1. So I can combine this. I can say I am taking all values of x from -5 to -1, -5 to -3, -3 to -1. So I'm taking all values of x from -5 to -1. So I can combine these two intervals from -5 to -1. Open at -5, closed at -1. Yes, except -3. So I will subtract this -3 at the end. Union 2 to infinity. Union curly bracket 1. Except this -3, because we have not to take this -3. So in any of the way, the answer can be written. Don't be confused. You must know both of the ways of writing the answer. Now, second. Yes, I am writing the answer for the second. Everyone focus. It is less or equal to 0. So for less, this, and this. Okay. So minus infinity to -5. Everyone, please focus here. Minus infinity to -5. At -5, see, open, denominator is becoming 0. Union -1 to 1. At -1, closed. At 1, again closed, numerator is becoming 0. 1 to 2, 1 closed, 2 closed, numerator is becoming 0. And that is the answer. Just wait. We took this interval minus infinity to -5. We took this interval and we took this interval. So till now we have not considered x equal to -3. So we have to consider this x equal to -3 separately, because all other points have been covered in the intervals. -3 has not been covered. So if we consider -3, then we cannot take x equal to -3, because it is making denominator to 0, and denominator becoming 0 is not allowed. So I have not to include -3 in our answer. So this is the final answer. Yes, or you can write it as, by combining these two intervals, see, -1 to 1 and 1 to 2. So I can combine this and I can write minus infinity to -5, union -1 to 2. -1 to 2. 1 has been included. So that is the final answer. Okay. So both of the parts have been completed. If now at any step, any one of the student has any doubt, then he can ask me quickly. Is it clear to everyone? Reply fast. Okay, if it is clear, then I am going to give you the next question. You will give me the answer. Clear, everyone? Okay. Yeah, I'm going to give you more examples. Don't worry. Many more examples I'm going to give you. And okay, very good. Which step, Tejasvi, please tell me which last step you are telling about. See here, again, I'm explaining the last step. For the negative portion, I took minus infinity to minus 5, minus 1 to 1, 1 to 2. See, while considering all the intervals, the minus 3 has been left. So that's why we considered minus 3 separately, and we found that minus 3 cannot be taken because it is making denominator to 0. So that's why this is the final answer. Okay, and I combined these two intervals, minus 1 to 1, 1 to 2. So if I combine both these, I can directly write minus 1 to 2. Okay, so the things will be explained in other questions also, don't worry. We did not take in 1 in the last step. See, here 1 is included already. Here 1 is included. Already 1 is included, okay? Here 1 is included in the answer. That's why minus 1 to 2 will be the answer. Okay. If still there is any doubt, I can unmute you, and in that case you can ask me properly, clearly, that at what step you are getting doubts. Although, let's do the next question. I hope your doubts will be cleared in the next question also. Okay. And today you will surely get the DPP, and you will in the DPP the questions are of all kinds, including today's concepts also. Okay, there are 18 questions in the DPP. Solve those, and whatever doubts will you have in the DPP, I will discuss those doubts. So I'm now going to the next question. But before we subtracted minus 3 in the first step. Yes, see, Santosh. Here, if we combine these two, I wrote minus 5 to minus 1, except minus 3. Focus here, Santosh, because minus 3 is not included in the answer. We have not to take minus 3 in our final answer. That's why if I combine this minus 5 to minus 1, we subtracted minus 3 because we have not to take minus 3. But here, if I combine minus 1 to 1 union 1 to 2, and after combining, I am writing minus 1 to 2. I will not subtract this 1 because 1 is in the answer. 1 is present in the answer. See, closed bracket, 1 is present in the answer. We have not to subtract 1. We have to take 1 in our answer. That's why we will not subtract 1. That is the reason. Okay. So now next. See, that was the conceptual thing. In these 40 minutes, I solved just only one question, although there were two parts. For what you are asking, Sai Ram, you did not ask anything. So what should I reply? Tell me what are you asking? Sai Ram. Sai Ram is telling me that reply, sir. So he is not asking any question. What should I reply? Okay. See. Now I'm going to give you the next question. First of all, you will ask me question, then I will then only I can reply. Na? Without question, I cannot reply. Okay. So see the question. The question is you have to solve, everyone solve and give me the correct answer. X minus 1 whole square into x plus 3 whole to the power 5 into x minus 7 whole to the power 3 into x minus 2 whole to the power 4 divided by x plus 1 greater or equal to 0, and also you have to give me the answer for less or equal to 0. So here the only one question is equivalent to two questions. Solve it quickly. Start and answer me for the first one, greater or equal to 0. Solve it quickly. Quickly give me the answer. Should I start? Because a lot of time has been spent in the previous concept while explaining it, and also while clearing your doubts, a lot of time has been spent. So should I start this question? Okay, so see everyone, just following the steps. Make RHS to 0, yes, already done. LHS factorize into linear factors, yes, already done. Then next step, coefficient of x positive in each factor, yes, already done. Next step, equate each factor to 0 to get the critical point. So let's equate each factor to 0 to get the critical point. From here I will get 1, -3, 7, 2, and -1. Next step, mark all the critical points on the number line. So smallest critical point is -3, -1, 1, 2, and 7. Now, drawing of the wavy curve will be different in this question from the questions which we have done in the previous classes. Okay, Vijay Kumar is giving me the answer, -3 to -1. I'm writing your answer here. And finally, I will verify that whether you are correct or not. Okay, this is the answer of Vijay Kumar. Okay, let's see. See, now the only difference is in the drawing of the wavy curve. Okay, Hanok is also giving me the same answer. The only difference is open or closed at -1. So Hanok is open here. Okay, so let's see. Okay, Santosh is giving me the same answer. Very good. So I hope this may be the correct answer because all are giving me the same answer. See, while drawing the wavy curve, just tick those critical points which have even powers. See, 1 has even power, tick. 2 has even power, tick. Why I tick here? Because at both of these critical points, the wavy curve will not change its sign. It will only touch the number line. So let's draw the wavy curve now. While keeping these two critical points in our mind, let's draw the wavy curve because only these two critical points have even powers and sign of wavy curve will not change here. So yes, at 7, no problem, it will change. At 2, you see here, tick mark is present. That's why what we have to do here, the wavy curve will touch and come back again. Now at 1, again 1 is tick marked. So the wavy curve will not change its sign. It will just touch and come back again. At -1, yes, it will change. At -3, yes, it will change. Okay. So Manikanta Reddy is also giving me the answer. Let's check. His answer is a little bit different. Tejasvi, very good. Let's see whose answer is correct. Okay. See, now for the first part, we have to take, here I'm writing. For the first part, we have to take those portions where it is greater or equal to 0. That means we have to consider greater wala portion The portion where the wavy curve is lying above the number line and also equal to 0 you have to consider. Keep in mind. Okay. So see, for greater, this one and this one will come. So in the answer, I will write x belongs to -3 to -1. At -3, closed. At -1, denominator, so it is open. Union, see 7 to infinity. Okay, 7 to infinity. At 7, numerator is becoming 0, so closed. Now, yes, now we have considered only the positive portions till now. And as I told you in the previous question, we have to consider those points also where it is becoming equal to 0. For this, we have to check separately 1 and 2. Why only 1 and 2? Because other critical points have been covered in the intervals. So I have to consider 1 and 2 separately. So see, x equal to 1 can be included in the answer because 1 is making numerator to 0. 2 is also included in the answer because 2 is also making numerator to 0 and equal to 0 is allowed. So that's why I have to include these 2 points separately. Since these are the only 2 points, that's why I have to put curly brackets around them. So union curly bracket 1, 2, that is the final correct answer. So see, at the end, Santosh is giving me correct answer. At the end, initially he did not give me the correct answer, but at the end he is giving me correct answer. And Manikanta Reddy is the first person who gave me the complete correct answer. Very good. So tell me if there is any doubt. Tell me quickly, is there any doubt? Quick. Is there any doubt? Sleeping people. Are you not getting my voice? Yeah, why you people are becoming so lazy? I hope at the other end you people are not sleeping. Okay, nice. See, I'm writing for the second. Okay, everyone focus. I'm going to write the answer for the second. Okay, very good. You must not sleep at the other end. Okay. Okay, see, I'm going to write the answer for the second portion. For less or equal to 0, everyone focus here. Less or equal to 0. This. And now, x belongs to, everyone please focus. I'm going to write it in a shorter way. Minus infinity to -3. Check -3 can be included or not. Yes, -3 can be included because it is making numerator to 0. Now, see, -1 to 1. See everyone, -1 to 1. Union. -1 to 1. Now, first of all, and see, I'm directly going to write the answer. Everyone, please focus here. Everyone focus. Don't write anything right now. -1 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 7. So let's take together -1 to 7. Yes, -1 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 7. No interval is excluded in between -1 to 7. So let's directly take -1 to 7. -1 to 7. Let's directly take. Yes, I will check these 2 points, 1 and 2 separately. Don't worry. I will check these points 1 and 2 separately. Okay, apart from these 2 points, I can take -1 to 7 complete interval. At -1, it is open. At 7, it is closed. And see, 1 can be included. Yes, because the numerator is becoming 0. 2 can also be included because it is also making numerator to 0. So I have not to exclude 1 and 2 from this. So that's why -1 to 7 has become the complete answer. So this is the answer for the second one. Suppose if anyone is writing like this, -1 infinity to -3, union -1 to 1. 1 you will put closed bracket, then union 1 to 2, then union 2 to 7. Then also in the next step, you can combine -1 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 7, -1 to 7. You can combine all these three. Okay. So I'm directly going to write the answer like this. Now, if you people have any doubt, then ask me quickly. Otherwise, I will go to the next question. Anok, your answer was correct, but try to write it in a shorter way. Okay. Because in the exam, you will be provided the options like this. Tell me, is there any doubt? Is it clear? Should I move to next question? Sir, you did not mention 2. I must not mention 2 in the second answer because 2 is already included in the answer. Vahini, please focus. 2 is included in the answer. And we have taken 2 already in -1 to 7. 1 already included in the answer. 1 is included in the interval. And other -1 to 7 has been taken. Okay, so just for 1 minute, I am unmuting you. Please don't make other type of noises. Just if anyone has any doubts, you can ask me. And then I will move to next question. So you can unmute and you can ask any doubt very quickly. So I'm going to mute you again, because nobody is asking any doubt. Okay, sorry. So you people are not utilizing the opportunity, whatever is going to be provided to you. So that's why I muted you again. So there is the only one way to ask the doubt, and that is you just write your doubts in the message only. Because if I unmute, then you people make noise and you don't ask any doubt. So I will not unmute now. If you have any doubt, then write your doubt in the chat box. Should I move to the next question? Okay. So I'm moving to the next question. Okay. One thing you do after the classes, just revise the notes again, just revise the concepts again. Okay. So many things will become clear at that time also. And solve the DPP. Definitely you are going to get that today. I will discuss the doubts in the DPP in the next class. Next question. Very quickly answer me. X minus 1 whole to the power 50 into x minus 3 whole to the power 7 divided by 2x plus 1 whole to the power 3 less or equal to 0. Yes, solve it quickly. You have only 1 minute to solve. After that, for 2 minutes, I will solve this problem, because only 3 minutes are left in the class. Solve it quickly, very quick. Okay, so I'm going to start the problem. And yes, since you are drawing the wavy curve for this, so it's better to solve this problem for greater or equal to 0 also. Okay, so we will solve this question for both of the cases. Hinduza has given me the answer for the first case. Now let's check whether she is correct or not. Okay. The first step, RHS 0. Second step, LHS linear factor factorize. Third step, coefficient of x positive in each factor. Fourth step, equate each factor to 0 to get the critical points. So from here I will get 1. Okay, G Chatur Teja, you are replying first time today. Where were you? Huh? Are you able to understand the concepts? See, equating this, I will get 3. Equating this, I will get minus half as our critical points. So there are 3 critical points. Mark that critical point which has even power. Yes. Which one has even power? This one. One has even power. Now the next step is mark the critical points on the number line. The smallest one is minus half, then 1, and then largest one is 3. Now let's draw the wavy curve. Keep in your mind that at 1, the wavy curve will not change its sign. Okay, let's check the answer. So many students are providing me the answer. Let's check who are correct. Okay. See, keep in mind that at 1, the sign of the inequality will not change. So how the wavy curve will be drawn? Yes, at 1, it will not change its sign. So just touch and come back. At minus half, yes, it will change its sign. First of all, greater or equal to 0. So greater or equal to 0. See here, everyone. Oh, sorry. First, it is less or equal to 0. First, less or equal to 0. So less or equal to 0, this. Now, minus half to 1, 1 to 3. See everyone, can I combine and write it minus half to 3 directly? Minus half to 3 directly. At minus half, I will put open, and at 3, I will put closed because it is making numerator to 0. And yes, think about 1. Should I include 1 in our answer? Yes, 1 is included in the answer because 1 is making numerator to 0. So 1 is included in the answer. So that's why I can directly write minus half to 3. 1 will also be present in the answer. So this is the answer for the first one. And many students have replied very correct. For example, Hinduza. Yes, correct. Hinduza was correct. Ji Chaturibu, you put just a negative sign at minus 3. Vijay Kumar, correct. Santosh, you are not correct. I think you have given me the answer for the second portion. Deepak, you are wrong because you have written 3 to 1 union, 1 to minus half. What are you doing here? I told you many times that the smaller number is written on the left and the larger number is written on the right. Okay, so this is absolutely wrong. Anjali, you are right, but you have to include 1 also. 1 is included in the answer. 1 is included in the answer. Hanok, you are correct. But again, as I told you in the previous question, try to sort your answer. Try to make sort your answer. Combine this one. Okay. Okay, now moving to the second one. Very quickly, I'm going to write the answer for the second one. Greater or equal to 0. Everyone focus. Greater. This one is positive. This one is positive. Greater or equal to 0. So I'm writing x belongs to minus infinity to minus half. At minus half, I have to put open denominator. It is making denominator 0. 3 to infinity. At 3, I have to put closed because it is making numerator to 0. And since we have to take greater or equal to, we considered all the regions where it is greater than 0. We have to consider where it is becoming equal to 0 also. So see, we have to consider this one separately. These 2 points have been covered in the interval, minus half and 3 have been covered in that one in the interval. So let's consider this one separately. And we are finding that we can include this one in our answer because 1 is making numerator to 0. So for including this one separately, I have to put a curly bracket around 1. So union curly bracket 1 is the answer for the second portion. Now, if you have any doubt, you can ask me. Vijay Kumar, now you are correct for the second one. Ji Chatur Teja, very good. You are absolutely correct for the second one. Is there any doubt? Ask me quickly. Okay. So see, this question is for your homework. I expect from you people to solve this question, and you can send me the solution on Telegram also. And DPP, definitely you have to solve the DPP. Till afternoon you will get the DPP, and tomorrow we will discuss the doubts in the DPP. I'm giving you the question for your homework, and after this we will finish our today's class. See, the question is x minus 1 to the power 100 into x minus 2 by 3 to the power 57 into x minus 7 to the power 927, this whole divided by x plus 3 to the power 17 into x minus 2 to the power 6. And you have to solve this for greater or equal to 0 and also for less or equal to 0. So you have to solve this question for both of the cases. Okay, so I expect from all of you to solve this question in your notebook itself. Don't solve this in a separate copy. Don't solve this question in the homework copy. Please solve it in the classroom copy. Okay, so it is included in your classwork. I will discuss this question in the next class also. Don't worry, I will discuss this question in the next class also. Okay, in the next class, as I told you previously, that the wavy curve will be completed and we will start our modulus function after discussing your DPP. So I'm going to end the today's class. Okay. Okay, so thank you everyone, and study properly at home and do the complete homework. Okay, so thank you everyone. Just wait a minute, so that otherwise I will forget to save the PDF. Okay, so the PDF is saved. Only 3 pages are today, because there were a lot of explanation part and there were a lot of doubts from your side, and that's why it took a lot of time in explaining. Okay, so thank you. We'll meet in the next class.